Hey guys, we've been talking a lot about manifestation recently, and I wanted to switch it over and talk about work ethic. I wanted to talk about like sacrifice because I don't think people realize enough that like you make a sacrifice no matter what type of a life you pick, right? So if you're really excited about being an entrepreneur, if you're really excited about working super hard and like putting yourself up for a situation that's very, very different from a lot of your friends or whatever you're experiencing right now down the road in 10, 20 years, then like you're obviously sacrificing things right now, right? So you're sacrificing time with your friends, or you're sacrificing time at the bar. You're sacrificing catching every single football game of like your favorite team. You're sacrificing, these things. And we can get so down on ourselves sometimes about those sacrifices without realizing that like the other path, there's 100% sacrifices, right? So like if I wasn't doing those things and I wasn't working my ass off to put myself in a different situation, over the course of my life, then the sacrifice is that when I'm a little bit older and I have kids, I can't necessarily come through for every single thing that they're like looking for, right? So if they really wanted to play X sport and it's a little bit more expensive, or have private lessons on this sport and get a lot better at this, my sacrifice would be that I can't come through for that, right? If a family member needed me in some way and there was like a financial cost behind that, maybe it's medical, maybe I just want to support them in a business venture, whatever, maybe it's some sort, whatever it is, then I don't put myself in a position for a certain amount of years in my life to be able to come through for them later. My sacrifice is that later on in life, I have to tell that person no. I have to tell that person that I can't help them. Or that question of help in the first place doesn't even come up because they know that I'm not in that position, right? So like you sacrifice no matter what you're doing, right? So like you choose what kind of pity party or not to have a pity party for yourself, right? So it's just really important to realize that. So anytime you're feeling really sorry for yourself because you didn't catch or you're not able to catch this Sunday's football game of your favorite team, you should realize that there's so many people that didn't work their ass off for a certain amount of time that are like actually putting themselves in a completely different position, so that like their sacrifice is such that like they can't come through, right? So like their sacrifice is they have to tell their kids no. Their sacrifice is they have to tell their family members no. Like that's so huge. That's like and I just choose a different sacrifice, right? I just choose a sacrifice that is way more about what I can do later. I just think it's so important. I think we really have to remind ourselves of stuff like that, and we don't do that enough, and sometimes we just feel sorry for ourselves. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Realize that you're choosing one sacrifice over another. Realize that that sacrifice aligns way more with what you want to do in the future. So awesome, right? So like remember that, please, if you're throwing yourself any sort of pity parties for what you're doing today. Thanks, guys. Go out there, work hard. It's because you want to accomplish certain things in your life. Bye, guys.